Hey everybody, NGDL4 champion, Captain B-Nard, back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against JoeyFontaine, a fellow PokeTuber who's made a lot of appearances here on the channel. This is actually our 7th one-on-one match, and he's also appeared in several multi-battles as well. And he brought a really cool team there, as you can see. Lower tier just like mine, so it should definitely make for another good match, and we're going to get into it. So, looking at his team, I wasn't sure what he was going to want to lead with. He definitely has a couple of interesting options there, as he ends up just leading with the Lycanroc Midnight form, as I decided to lead with my Emolga Rocky, the Flying Squirrel. So, I'm going to outspeed him here. I'm just going to go for a Nuzzle, which will get some chip damage on this thing, and of course paralyze it, which is good for me, as he's just going to go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on my side of the field. So this turn I am going to go for a knockoff, which is going to take him down to about half and then get rid of his Focus Sash. Not that it mattered at that point. He's going to hit me with a Stone Edge in return, which will drop me all the way down to my Focus Sash, but I do survive because of it. And then this turn I am free to go for the Acrobatics. The power is doubled thanks to the loss of my item. Unfortunately, it is not quite enough to take this thing out, and he actually goes for the counter in return, which was a bit of a surprise, but either way, that will take out my Emolga, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon, so not a great start. I'm going to come in with my Probopass, the Nosy Nose, as I actually miscalculate the speed here. I was anticipating this outspeed him since he was paralyzed, but unfortunately he still outspeeds me here and hits me with the Stomping Tantrum, which will knock me all the way down to 17 HP in the red. I do survive and hit him with a Flash Cannon in return to take him out and drop him down to 5 Pokemon, but definitely not a good situation for me, as I do regain some health with the leftovers. He is going to switch in with the Omastar, and he's going to outspeed me. He's going to go for the Shell Smash, which will decrease his defense and special defense, and then give him that sharp attack, special attack, and speed increase, trying to set up to do some big damage to me, as I am going to hit him with an Earth Power in return. That will knock him all the way down to his Focus Sash, but he does survive because of it, unfortunately. And then I am going to regain a little more health from the leftovers, although not really going to matter since he is just going to go for the Surf this turn. And from that range, that will definitely finish off my Probopass there and drop me down to 4 Pokemon. So then I am going to come in with my Kecleon, the Karma Chameleon, and I am going to take some damage from those rocks. And he is going to go for the switch here, actually, to save his Omastar for later. Probably predicting the priority move. He is going to come in with the Skunk Tank, as I do go for the Fake Out here. So I'm not going to do too much to this thing, and then I am going to take some Rocky Helmet damage. So here I am going to go for the switch. I don't want to take a physical attack from this thing, so I'm going to come in with my Turtonator Raphael, and I'm going to take the Stealth Rock damage as he does go for the Poison Jab, and that will knock me down to a little under half, and unfortunately he does get the poison there, which really does suck. That is going to definitely make it so I can't take any more attacks, as I do take damage from the poison. He is going to go for the switch directly into his Hitmonchan. And I'm just going to go for a Draco Meteor, trying to get some decent damage on whatever he decided to leave in. So that is going to knock him down to a little under half, which was pretty good, actually. And then I am going to get that harsh special attack drop, but that will be negated by the White Herb, as I do take more damage from the poison. Not really going to matter, though, since he is going to outspeed me, hit me up with a Drain Punch. And that will definitely be enough from that range to finish off my Turtonator, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon, as he does regain some HP from that. So definitely not a good situation for me at this point, as I am going to switch in with my Haunter, a Ghost, as I take some damage from the Stealth Rock. He is going to go for the switch here, Probably doesn't have any good moves for me. He is going to switch in with the Electros, as I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam, hoping he would stay in there. I'm not going to do much of anything to this thing. Might be Assault Vest based on that damage, but that is going to force me to switch since I am Choice Scarf locked into the Dazzling Gleam. I will come back in with my Kecleon, as he does Volt Switch, predicting that switch on my side to get some chip damage in the mandatory switch, of course, and he will come in with the Girder off of that. So I'm going to go for the Fake Out here just to get some chip damage on this thing in the mandatory flinch, which I do get. And then next turn, I am going to go for the switch directly back into my Haunter, predicting the fighting move here. As I do take Stealth Rock damage, he actually makes a nice play and goes for the knockoff, which will definitely take out my Haunter and drop me down to 2 Pokemon. So then I'm going to go ahead and come in with my Wailord, Big Old Johnson, and I'm going to take some damage from the Stealth Rock, and I am going to decide to go ahead and bust out the most epic Z move I've ever used on any Pokemon ever, which is actually going to be the Flying Z move on my Wailord, the Supersonic Sky Strike. And this is coming off of Bounce, and the only reason I have this on here is just because it is so ridiculous to see Wailord flying through the sky. Unfortunately, it is not quite enough to take this thing out, as he is probably Eviolite. He is going to go for the bulk up to get that attack and defense increase, and then this turn go for a Mach Punch to get some chip damage. It leaves me at a little above half, but I am just going to hit him with that Liquidation, which will finish this thing off, fortunately, and drop him down to 4 Pokemon. So then he is going to come back in with Skunk Tank, and he is going to outspeed me. He is going to hit me up with a Poison Jab here, but luckily I do hang on there in the red with 30 HP, and I am just going to go for an Earthquake in return, and that will be enough to finish off the Skunk Tank there, actually, and drop him down to 3 Pokemon. So bit of a rally here by the Big Johnson, the Wailord. He is going to come back in with Hitmonchan, though, and he is just going to hit me with a Mach Punch, which will unfortunately be enough to finish off my Wailord and drop me down to just 1 Pokemon. So finally, I'm going to come back in with the Kecleon, take the Stealth Rock damage, and I am going to go for the Fake Out here. I know it's probably not enough to take him out, hoping it will, but unfortunately it does not. He survives in the red with a 1/4 health, does flinch, but then this turn just goes for the Mach Punch, which will be more than enough from that range to finish off the Kecleon, and that is game. So I lost that one 3-0 to JoeyFontaine, but that was still a pretty good match. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.